Hey everybody, how you doing? I'm here to make another video, and again, I want to give credit where credit is due, and that is to Immortal Minds for making another masterpiece, and then in particular his video on we know who the enemy, and the enemy is us. And to piggyback off that, it's really easy to pinpoint the plethora of just of disparaging behavior that women portray on the in a pervasive way. The emotional manipulation, the leading on, the unwillingness to follow through on commitments, the blatant disrespect, the lying, the attention seeking, being a gold digger, all these things, and it could go on forever. We could talk about that forever, but this video is about what we are doing, and particularly myself. What am I doing that's causing me to have these issues with these females? What's my role? Because it's very easy to point the finger at someone else. It's not easy to look inside and say, well, what am I doing? What's my part? Now, most of the women that I've gone after, I primarily went after them because of the way they looked. And I think a lot of us are guilty of this. As men, we are very visual. So we see something that looks nice, we want it. We see a fine piece of ass, we want it. And that was the primary reason why I was going after women, which it absolutely is shallow and vain and short-sighted of me. Now, of course, I'm not saying go after a fat, ugly girl. You have to be attracted to her, but the amount of attention and energy that I was investing in women just based on their looks was way out of whack. Also, going out to bars or clubs to try to pick up women is something that I just don't do anymore. Now, I'm not saying I won't go out to a bar, but if I'm going out to a bar, it's to hang out with a friend and we're pretty much keeping it to ourselves. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not going out looking for pussy, looking for ass. And I'm going to tell you why. Something I realized a long time ago when I was 21, 22, and I was just starting to go to bars. And I realized that, these women at these bars are not going to bars to get picked up by guys. Now you say, well, why are they dressed to the nine, and why are they done all their makeup and they're all done up? Well, I'm going to tell you why. But first, before I'm going to tell you why, I'm going to tell you that you've been manipulated and you've been under an illusion that you think that that's the place to meet a girl. That's not even the place to get a hookup. Very rarely, I'm not saying it'll never happen, but very rarely do you go to a bar and do you actually go home with a girl. And the reason for that, there's a lot of reasons for that. One of the reasons is, and I'm just going to stick to the topic here, because we could go on. I could make a whole video about that. But the reason why you're not going to succeed, and again, I'm talking about probability. I'm not talking about the outliers, because if there's a 1 out of 10 chance I might win something, I don't like those odds, and you shouldn't either. But the reality is that the reason that you're not picking up women at bars is because they're not looking for a man at the bar. What they are looking for is attention. They're looking for validation. They're looking to be validated. And what's the validation? You buying them a drink. You asking them for their number. You telling them how hot they are. Because women are insecure about their looks. No matter how many guys tell them how pretty they are, they're always comparing themselves to other women. This is why when you go on most females' Instagrams or Facebooks, primarily what you're gonna see are selfies. And they're vain, bullshit selfies that are trying to inflate who they really are so they can feel better about themselves because of what they lack inside. So by you going up to these girls and engaging with them, you're validating and you're encouraging them to continue their maladaptive behavior. And so, see, I would do this. I would do this because, I'm a man and I want to fuck a woman and I don't know where am I going to go to meet a girl? And I learned something that when I finally realized that I was killing myself and that I was wasting time even trying to get laid with these women. And I started to see that, I was like, we really don't have a lot of time on this earth. 70, 80 years is gone in the blink of an eye when you look at, how long eternity really is. This is not a lot of time. So what I did is I made a commitment that, I can still go out, but when I'm going out, I'm kicking it with the boys, and I'm not going to give any of these females any attention because I don't want to validate their bullshit. And when I find a lot of people getting frustrated because they think they met a girl, they met her at a club, they met her at a bar, and they get her number, and they think that they're going to see, and many times they never even see them again. And I definitely relate to this because I've experienced that myself. And I've experienced how frustrating that is. And and even started to question, is there something wrong with me? But the reality is that women want what they can't have. They don't want you if you want them. They want you if they believe that they can't have you. And so not showing any interest in them is actually a way to increase your chances of getting laid. Now, if that's what your goal is, of course. My goal is, and again, it's not to say that I don't engage, that I don't try to still get it here and there, but my goal is to eventually not want it. Is to transcend all that focus and all that attention and all that energy and all that time into building the life that I want for myself. And of course I have to figure out what that is because I don't know what that is yet. But I know it's not what I'm doing right now. I know that it's not, anything that I do where the motivation is seeking the approval or the attention of a woman has to be squashed 100%. And that's really what I'm trying to get at is, we work a lot, and it's getting harder just to even live a middle class existence, But the income disparity is becoming just exponentially wider than it ever has been. And that's why it's important to really understand that in order to build something, in order to grow as a man, we have to fucking stop paying attention to these females. We have to stop giving them what they want, which is validation. Not us. They don't give a fuck about us. Because again, they've been taught that they don't need us by the feminists. So the feminist has told them, you don't need this man. You know, fuck him. Don't let him objectify you sexually. That's all he wants. When in reality, they want to get fucking dicked out just as much as we want the pussy. So, fuck them. Don't let them waste your time. And what we have to do is stop shooting ourselves in the foot. You know, I mean, this whole weekend, it was nice out. There were bitches all around, and you goddamn better believe I wanted to fucking holler at them. But the reality is that I know that they don't give a fuck about me. They're not going to help my bank account. They're not going to help my health. They're not going to help my well-being. They're just going to take. They're going to take, and when they don't need me or they found somebody better, they're going to leave. So instead of wasting my number one resource, which is my time, I worked. You know, and I didn't make a lot of money, but I made a good amount. You know, because I busted my ass. Because I didn't give in to the temptation of just being another thirsty ass dude walking around trying to get something that's never going to happen. You know, these fucking women out there, dude, they are nothing but a goddamn distraction. We are just shooting ourselves in the foot by going on Tinder and going on Bumble and fucking going downtown and spending money on drinks, buying these bitches drinks, telling them what the fuck they want to hear. Why don't we spend that time growing a business, growing something that will make us financially independent so we don't have to rely on anybody? Why don't we do that working out, getting our health right, getting our mind right? You know, like getting healthy, getting back in touch with nature to how we're supposed to actually live. So what I realize is like, I'm causing my own fucking problems because I'm unwilling to fucking make change, or I was unwilling to make certain changes in my life. And over the past week, I've stopped smoking pot. I got rid of Tinder. I got rid of Bumble. I got rid of Facebook. I got rid of Instagram. I mean, this is all I got is YouTube because I really believe in putting out my message, which is to help other men not waste their fucking lives away chasing after some bitch that doesn't give a fuck about you. So I hope I've made myself clear. And I'm already seeing a change in my attitude, and a change in my demeanor, and a change in my behavior, which is the most important thing. So that's all I got to say today. And I hope I inspire you men to take back your power and not allow these females to just let you just fucking waste away your fucking life trying to get them. All right.